The school talks a lot about the importance of character, and I think that really comes across. And the four core values are embedded in everything they do day in and day out.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private and independent schools to bring you insights into school programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administration. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
The process for us in choosing Crescent for our three boys was really terrific. Our family was moving from out of province. We didn't know the schools in Toronto very well. And right from the very start, the team at Crescent was absolutely phenomenal at helping us understand the process, understand what Crescent stood for, both in terms of its culture and values, the academic program, the extracurricular activities, and they made the process really easy for us. It was difficult being across the country. They were very helpful and flexible in how we could go about the application process. And they were extremely patient at taking the time to answer our questions and really make us feel comfortable with the school.
And I would just add, when we were moving to Toronto, we had applied to a number of the private schools, a lot of the boys' schools, and hands down, Crescent, when you compare across them, just made the out-of-province application process easy, and the ability to answer all of our questions, which were sometimes probably silly and small details, but really made the difference in helping us feel comfortable with our decision. We actually have three boys at Crescent right now. They're currently in grade 11, grade 9, and grade 6. And all three are very different kids, very different personalities, very different interests. And each has kind of found their own niche within the school. They each have different interests that have been able to be fostered within the school, and different sort of friends and support groups. So they each have their own sort of thing they're getting out of the school.
What we're attracted to Crescent for, and what we've certainly have experienced, is it's a very well-rounded program. So as my wife mentioned, each of the boys are very different. One of them has loved the robotics program and has just really enjoyed his time with his friends and with the teachers as part of robotics, including the competitions. Our middle son is really into sports and athletics, and he's participated in soccer and track and field, cross country, a number of different things. And our youngest son's a little bit of both. He's involved in music, he's involved in sports, and so each of them has found different things that have fit their own unique and individual personalities very well. But what's been very consistent is across the board, all three of them have absolutely loved their experience at Crescent.
Across all three of our boys, one common theme on what they appreciate most about the school would have to be the teachers. And this will vary from year to year, but in each year, each of our kids have found a teacher or a mentor that has gone above and beyond to connect with our son or develop a sort of a special relationship, whether it's based on interest or as a coach with sports. The teachers are just phenomenal. And the big differentiating factor is that they really care. They really have take the time to get to know your child and really appreciate how different they are or their uniqueness and support them.
Yeah, I would say, building on that, the kids would never quite describe it this way, but I would describe it as a very encouraging environment. And so again, whether it's with academics or with sports or with different clubs they've participated in, whatever their interest is, they've always felt, very encouraged by the school and by the teachers. to participate, to do their best. Even when it doesn't go well, they walk away feeling supportive and feel good about themselves. And it's all just made for really a terrific experience. What I've appreciated most about the experience at Crescent is it really is a very holistic experience that is very much focused on culture and values and character. And it's a core part of what the school strives for. They talk about taking boys of promise and turning them into men of character, and they really do mean it. It's not just about the education and the academics, it's about a very holistic approach to learning, and they take very seriously the responsibility they have for these kids, and they really take a lot of pride into developing them into good, well-rounded citizens that I think is really important, and is really important in terms of augmenting what we want to try to do as parents at home and taking that right into the school where they spend the vast majority of their time, frankly.
And just adding to that, it's a real sense of community there. Everyone, like the parents, the teachers, the administrators, the coaches, are all working together to give the best possible support and experience to your child. So
In all honesty, for us, the only surprise was to the upside. We were really happy with our choice to send our boys to Crescent. We did go in with high expectations. We had a really great experience getting to know the school, and so we went in thinking that they would have a fabulous time as students. And very genuinely, for all three of our boys, it has only surpassed what we expected.
yeah, I would agree with that. So the fact that I actually know all four of the school's values, I think, is a testament to the fact that they are reiterated and reinforced at the school at a very young age and continue up through the grades. So it's respect, responsibility, honesty, and compassion. And a lot of values, I think, at different institutions are just more of words rather than actions. But Crescent actually enforces these and reinforces them at a very young age in all aspects of the school, right from grade 3 through to grade 12. All of these values come through in so many parts of the school on just regular day-to-day stuff. It's teachers are encouraging them when they see students acting in appropriate ways, and it really is core to the school and how they teach and impact the boys.
The school talks a lot about the importance of character, and I think that really comes across. And the four core values are embedded in everything they do day in and day out. But beyond just the four core values, it really is about character and representing yourself well, living those values each and every day, and has really had a positive impact, at least on our kids.
I actually don't think there is a typical family at Crescent. Everyone is unique and comes from diverse backgrounds. The commonality amongst everyone at the school, all the different families, is that they want the best for their son, and they chose Crescent to help provide that education.
Yeah, I would just add that I think what is common is families are very engaged with the school and very friendly. Again, we moved from out of province. We didn't know really anybody at the school. And now, a number of years later, between people being engaged at events for the kids, parent social events, or otherwise, we've gotten to know some fabulous people. And as Sherri said, everybody just has in common, a pride in the school and a caring for their kids, and people tend to look out for one another. And it's quite a close knit family across the school. With the three boys at the school, I won't single out any one thing any one of the three have done, but I would say what they all have in common is they've all found something that they've excelled at, and they've all felt a lot of pride from the school because they did well in a club, or they did well in a sport, or they won an award at year end for academics or for character or for something they contributed to the school. And for each of them, there's been that special thing that really made them feel a tremendous amount of pride in being part of the school community.
And I will add, I will single out one of the children, our oldest, only because he's been there the longest, has developed a huge passion for robotics. Crescent has an amazing robotics program, which is something I never even heard of until we started at the school and had one of our kids really travel down this path. But it has, I've just watched his confidence increase and his knowledge in this area, and the excitement he has for this the sport has been phenomenal to watch.
We've really had a great experience with the teachers. I would say, firstly, they're a really talented group. I mean, they're just great educators, and I feel the kids are all getting a terrific education. But more importantly, I think they're really good role models and good mentors, and they really care about the boys. They're engaged with them. They pay attention to how the kids are doing. They're interested in their well-being and making sure that they're doing well as people, not just as students, and that they're thriving in the school beyond just the academics, that socially things are going well, they're fitting in well with friends, they're getting involved in extracurriculars. And so it really is a broad approach that's centered on, making sure the boys are doing well in all aspects of school.
And on frequency of contact with the administration, I would say it can be as much as you want or as much as you need. Obviously, there's a report card periods where you have parent-teacher interviews and you have full ability to reach out to all teachers, but it's that any issue that comes up, you can send an email and they're very responsive almost at all times, even in the evening. Or I've had teachers send me notes midday saying that a child seems slightly off that day and has anything happened or is anything to be concerned of. So they really truly care, and there's a constant dialogue. You're working together with the teacher on helping your child.
Three reasons I would give for recommending Crescent, which I would strongly, strongly recommend because our experience has been absolutely terrific. The first is the values of the school. They really emphasize values, integrity, character, and I think it is just phenomenal in terms of turning these young boys into, really great people as they get older. The second thing is it's a really well-rounded experience. Great academics, but there's something for everybody, whether it's sports or arts or music or other clubs. It really contributes to well-rounded students. And the third item I would say is the school and the teachers and the administration really care. And you see that each and every day in how they interact with the boys, but they really care about the well-being of the students, and that comes across in everything that they do. We've not compared notes, so we'll now see what Sherri's top three would be.
We were actually pretty close. Some of them were slightly different, but not bad. So my three reasons for recommending Crescent to other families is, one was a sense of community, which is similar to one of yours. Just as we've spoken about before, it's just an amazing group of coaches, teachers, mentors, administrators, so everyone working together. My second reason was it's a caring and compassionate place. They truly look out for your child, whether they're in grade 3 or they're in grade 12. They still have eyes on them. So it's a very warm, friendly, caring place. And third was this whole boy of promise to a man of character. As our oldest, you can start to see that when they leave Crescent, they will have this independent, strong person ready to take on the world. And it's an amazing experience to watch.
The advice that I would give families looking at schools is to focus on culture and values and fit. There's all kinds of terrific schools out there. I think it really is a matter of finding what's the right fit for your children and what's the right fit for your family. And when we think about the exceptional experience we've had with Crescent, there's so many things that have contributed to it, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to fit. And the culture and values and what Crescent focuses on has really aligned with what we think is important as a family and what has allowed all of our boys to excel and to thrive. And so I think that's the most important thing to focus on. And the only way to get to the bottom of that is really talking to people, talking to the teachers, the administrators, other families, understanding their experience, and really getting to know the school and what they're focused on, and then determining if that is the right fit for your family and your children.
I agree. And I would just add that when you actually go to the schools, you'll get a sense on where you as parents and where your child is most comfortable. And I think that holds a lot of weight.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.